Him opting out totally, that's his choice. A lot of the guys that feel some level of resentment for the whole my body, my choice. Women can do what they want to do. If they want to keep it, they can. If they don't want to keep it, they don't have to. A lot of men resent that. And women, y'all gotta start vetting this out with the men that you're involved with. Find out where they stand on this stuff, because if push comes to shove, you're gonna find out anyway, and sometimes in the worst way imaginable. Here's the situation. 23-year-old female. My boyfriend, 27, 28 years old, wanted me to get an abortion and I refused. How do I move forward in this situation? 2 months ago, I made a post discussing how uncomfortable I was about getting an abortion due to my partner, now former partner, pressuring me consistently for one. Even though I had said I'm not getting one, he refused this as an answer. After this, he decided to walk out because he felt I was selfish for having my say. Since then, there has been a lot of updates. First, I found out that I am having a daughter, which makes me so incredibly happy. I had a mini reveal with my family at home, and it was the happiest and most important moment of my life. Second, I started classes in preparation for birth, which makes me nervous since I'm in a group with total strangers, but they are very friendly, which has been helpful. Third, I'm looking into getting a lawyer and pushing for child support in the future. Lastly, I found a supportive partner that cares and respects me enough to make my own choices, and I finally feel loved, outside of my family, of course, and supported through my pregnancy. The father of my child has remained on his position to not be involved, and it is perfectly fine with me. I wanted my child to feel loved and supported as opposed to abandoned, and I will do everything in my power to make sure that my child gets the same love and support that I have now. I think you're moving forward with the situation pretty good. I mean, look, I've said this before. When people are in a relationship and are being sexually intimate, you need to look at that individual and say to yourself, is that somebody I want to raise a child with? Because there's always a chance that while we're procreating, we're going to create life. There's always a chance. So, him opting out totally, that's his choice. A lot of the guys that feel some level of resentment for the whole my body, my choice. Women can do what they want to do. If they want to keep it, they can. If they don't want to keep it, they don't have to. A lot of men resent that. And women, y'all gotta start vetting this out with the men that you're involved with. Find out where they stand on this stuff, because if push comes to shove, you're gonna find out anyway, and sometimes in the worst way imaginable. So I think you went about it the right way. I mean, if you're going to have the baby, you're going to have the baby. Going for child support, absolutely. Just because he opted out does not mean that he shouldn't at least be held responsible financially. And the fact that you found somebody while you're still pregnant, which is a little odd to me, but the fact that you found somebody who's going to support you, be in a relationship with you, and move forward, hey, good for you. But to you dudes that get in relationships and then the woman gets pregnant and she decides she's not getting rid of the baby, for you dudes to like tuck tail and run and not uphold your end of the responsibilities, y'all are despicable to me. Amongst the lowest of the low. I have no respect for you at all, whatsoever. I don't care. There's nobody that could ever get me to think differently. I don't respect you. I don't respect it. I don't respect that. I do not respect being sexually active, then a child coming about, and then you saying, well, I wasn't ready for that, or I don't want to do that. And then because the woman chooses to move forward, you just leave the child high and dry. Y'all are pathetic. That is the level of degeneracy that really we need to do something about. If we could genetically eradicate that thing out of men, we'd be better for it. And all in all, like I said in the beginning, when you lay down with somebody, when y'all get intimately involved like that, you should always consider, do I want to raise a child with this person? Hell, do I want to raise a child, period? Because if the answer is emphatically no, there is one thing you can do that will absolutely certainly put you in a position to not have to worry about raising a child or worry about a woman making a decision that you don't agree with. There's one thing you could do. Stop fucking. Me wanting to use a condom sketched her out. I, 28-year-old male, have been seeing this girl, 28-year-old female, for about a month now. It's going fine, but I'm not one to rush into relationships. I like to really feel things out and take things relatively slow and even keeled. Last night we hung out and she spent the night at my place. We had sex and used a condom. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, bruh. It was our second time having sex and she was irked about me wanting to use a condom. She asked if I was clean, as if wanting to use a condom meant I was hiding something from her. I am clean. And she explained how condoms make her chafe and how she has an IUD. I still told her I'd be more comfortable using a condom, as I feel we're still kind of getting to know each other. She said that she hoped I'd eventually trust her enough to go without one. I typically don't like to go without protection unless I am in a committed, exclusive relationship. I just feel paranoid otherwise. I feel like I was being judged or like my persistence on using protection was a turnoff and gave her pause. Thoughts? First of all, hey, congratulations, man. Congratulations. Protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? And no matter as to whether or not the woman feels bothered or even turned off, protect yourself. Because with wisdom now, I would say that anytime you're going to lay with someone, you should consider not only the disease factor, but would you want to end up being a parent with that person? Just look at them. Would you want to raise a child with that person? Just look at them. Assess them. Vet them. Would you want to raise a child with that person? Start there. Then on the other side, we know diseases and STDs and all this other stuff. So at all times, protect yourself. Now, of course, and a lot of women share the same thing, condoms do cause some issues down below. My thoughts would be, hey, why don't y'all sit down and say, hey, why don't we experiment with some different condoms? There are different kind of condoms. There are condoms that are friendlier to the woman's nether region. So I'd say at least start there. Are you being judged? I don't think so. I think she's more, okay, well, maybe. Yeah, you're probably being judged. She's probably wondering whether or not you got something and you're trying to protect her from that, which, I mean, I don't see the problem. But on the other side of it, I do think she's just probably being a little short-sighted, thinking about the pleasure factor, and she wants to get the most out of it. And so she knows that getting the most out of it is going raw. I mean, it is what it is. It feels better. However, it also comes with more risks. So this is a cost-benefit analysis for you, my man. If you feel uncomfortable and you don't want to go there, don't go there. And if you need to shut down the relationship or dating or situationship or whatever it is, shut that shit down. Do not be influenced into going without protection before you want to. Absolutely, under no circumstances do you do that. But it sounds to me like she want that. She want that splash. She want to feel. She want the mixing of the bodily fluids, if that makes any sense. She wants the explosive. She wants to swim. That's what she wants. That's what a lot of them want. Don't fall for it. Please don't fall for it. Don't do that until you ready. But she wanna feel the paint on the walls, bruh. I feel horrible. All right. This is all fresh, so forgive me for rambling. I, 33-year-old female, am single and on dating on a dating app with the end game of a long-term relationship / marriage. I make this very clear on my profile. All right. Went on a couple of dates with a guy, 36, who seemed pretty great. We were intimate a few times and had a blast, including tonight, and conversation was always smooth and easy. Tonight he hinted he had something to tell me. He was acting weaselly about it. He basically ended it with me after we had sex, which, okay, whatever. If you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. But something he said bugged me. And as I walked and as I was walking with him to his car, I managed to get the truth. He's married, lives with his wife. What the fuck, bro? She doesn't know he's on a dating app, doesn't actually want to end things. In fact, likes me and wants me to be his side chick. I slapped him and called him a piece of shit and said, never contact me again. My 7-year relationship exploded when my fiance cheated on me 2.5 years ago. And as a kid, my family exploded when my mom cheated on my dad. It's absolutely gut-wrenching to me, not only that this guy is actively cheating, but used me to do so. I feel so horrible and disgusting and so guilty about his poor wife. She deserves better than this. We both do. I want to track her down and tell her what happened, but don't know how. And personally, how can I trust the same thing won't happen again? Right now, I'm mentally going back through all the dates I've had with other people this year and wondering if they were cheating too. If I was used before, and now I'm so afraid it'll happen again. Maybe it sounds immature, but I'm a hopeless romantic, and it breaks my heart wondering if I'll ever really find a faithful love. It kills me that I was used this way and that an innocent woman doesn't even know her husband is cheating on her. I've met some real losers this year. But this cheating POS definitely takes the cake. Okay, rant over. Thanks for reading. If you made it this far, advice on where to go from here is welcome. I'm going to get to the cheating and the lying in a second. But on your dating profiles, I was happy that I read that you said you make it clear that you're looking for a relationship. You're dating with a purpose. So boom, that's one. You can say, hey, if you're married, don't swipe right on me or whatever. You can say that. Is that going to stop that? I don't know. It should. I'm pretty sure it does for a lot of married men that step out. Because a lot of married men that step out make the other women aware of what's going on. But a lot don't, right? And I don't know who does what more than another. But my advice going forward would be to find out, like, you got to find out certain things with us men, right? Where does he live? Start there. Like, before you're ever physically intimate with a man, where does he live? Get to his residence. Before you fuck, at the very least, get to his residence and get a look around. Yes, we're adults and we all have our own places, and I'm sure you're a woman, you have your own place, but go to his crib. Because I'm going to tell you now, as a married man, I can't bring in, what am I going to do? I couldn't bring a woman home. We can go hotels, friends. I couldn't bring them to a friend's house because my peers, but anyway, that's my story. But get to their residence. You can't hide a woman living with you if you're married and y'all have been married for a while. So start there. Before you ever have sex with him, hey, I want to come by your place. Or if he hasn't invited you to his place, find out why he hasn't you invited. Make it known that you want an invitation to his place. Hell, you could be straight up, hey, before we ever get intimate, I got to come at least see how you live. Start there. I'm not blaming you, but I do like to always say that red flags are always there. Indicators are always there. Like you said, you're going back and you're looking at your dating history, trying to see, could this have happened before? And hell yeah, if you ain't going by a dude's crib, yeah, that's the easiest thing to do for a dude that wants to cheat, is go to the woman's house. That's the easiest thing to do. The most convenient too, by the way. Yeah, do better in that regard. As far as the dude, come on, guys. Come on, fellas. This is how to end, man. Admit you're not supposed to be cheating. I understand everybody's not monogamous, but you're not supposed to be cheating. But if you do, please, please, please make the women that you're cheating with aware that you have a situation, a wife, a girlfriend, whatever. Because personally, I believe that this woman should absolutely track down this man's wife and let her know what's going on. And I don't care to what end the results. She shouldn't even care about the results. She shouldn't even care about whether the woman is going to believe him. She shouldn't care about whether the woman is going to stay. This dude lied about his circumstances and advanced his position in her life. I absolutely think it's okay, and I always say this, it's 100% okay for that woman to track down his wife and expose his ass. Absolutely. And it sucks that now she's going to move forward in a jaded capacity, worried that this is what other men are doing. But, you know, take it as a learning lesson. Going forward, always go to their house. Figure out where they live and what they're living like. That's all I got on that one.